Hello and welcome. Once again, we're gonna continue the climb to Diamond. I am gonna continue playing Red Dragon Archfiend in Ranked. Right now I'm just gonna take a look real quick to my deck. See if I wanna make some changes or adjustments. Right now I'm just gonna take Okay, so this is the bestial version that I'm not really running like a big bestial package. It's more of like all this only did the 3 level 6. And the reason why I'm not running Lubellion and Branded Beast or Regain is because I wanted to keep this one as pure as possible. But I like running the bestials because if you play this deck, you know that you can stand by having a way to banish one of your synchro monsters from your graveyard. Ideally your level 8s, but sometimes you can do plays banishing your level 6, right? To then bring it back with this Pater. And sometimes when you do your normal combo line, you cannot always get access to Obsessive Yuvalu, right? Like if you have it in your hand, cool. But sometimes if you don't have other extenders, because that's pretty much what Obsessive Yuvalu is, it's an extender in the deck. If you don't get access to your Obsessive Yuvalu, having these like other versions of bestials is really good to extend, right? So that's what I'm running it, and in the current meta it does a little bit. It definitely doesn't do anything against Tempai, really, but this is what we have against Tempai. If you haven't seen this card, this is a card that is searchable with either your, what is it, Crimson Gaia right here, or with your Vision Resonator. So the red screen is a pretty good card against Tempai because your opponent monsters cannot declare an attack. Funny enough, you don't need to control Red Dragon Archfiend to have this effect. Literally, if you get stopped all your combos and you don't get to anything really, like your board ended on like Soul Resonator or Soul Resonator Bone, and you have your Gaia because you drew it or whatever, or you just hard drew this, you set it next turn. When your opponent enters the battle phase, you flip this up, he cannot declare attacks. Ideally, you want to do it when he enters the battle phase in case they have like another form of like back row removal that they might think that they don't need to use, which I don't see a reason why they wouldn't use back row removal. I guess you would normally use it if you have it. So anyways, the whole point is that this stops the deck from attacking unless they run this card that I should actually add to this deck. This deck, if you notice, it has some weird extra deck cards, but a lot of people recommend this card and I do recommend it too, because if you play your Soul Resonator and you get negated, that's another cool way and reason why you run the bestials. But let's say that you search your Soul Resonator with your Earthbound Immortal. Actually, I'm gonna add a third one because of bestials, with your Earthbound Prisoner, right? You banish it with one of your bestials and then you have a free level 9, and this card is a Floodgate. It's not a crazy Floodgate, it's just balanced enough because it's only any card sent from the field to the graveyard. So meaning that if your opponent is running Horus, they can still activate Horus's effect, right? It's not like having like a Rise Heart on the field. It's like a Rise Heart at home, I guess. And you can also bring it back by banishing 2 other monsters, you know, during the next during your standby phase, that the next one after it was sent to the graveyard. You manage 2 other monsters for the graveyard with different original types and attributes. You can special summon it back, which you can do it with like a Soul Resonator in any of your synchros, right? Or your hand traps or whatever. So yeah, it's a pretty good card to have, especially when you get stopped. And pretty much what affects this deck is if your opponent is running this card here. If he running this card, he can, and depending on the hand, right? Like if they have multiple extenders, they can just special summon this. You can target one card on the field and destroy it, right? So they can pretty much pop your red screen. But funny enough, a lot of people are not running it because they just don't need it, really. But yeah, they cannot even get to this card, which is the only one that pops, because for this card to have that effect, they need to have declared 3 or more attacks, and then you can special summon it from the graveyard, which if they cannot declare any attack, you know, the effect is not gonna be live. So this is the only card that really can like mess you up, right? And I guess any form of back row remove that they can have. But just behind this card and being able to add it, because let's say that you get stopped and you have your Crimson Gaia, what do you normally add? Red Zone? What do you do with Red Zone with nothing on the field? Nada. Nothing, right? So you add red screen instead. So nah, that's the thing. That's the deck, and that's what's up. I'm gonna keep it at 47. The reason why I have it at 47 is because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These two are not garnets necessarily, but in a way they are, right? And this ones are extenders, and this ones are extenders, so they're extenders. But this is a garnet in a way, because you don't really want to draw it, even though it doesn't affect you to draw it, because you can special summon it when you have a synchro. So anyways, the whole point is I have these 3 garnets, so I didn't want to keep it at 40, especially when this deck has so many searchers now. It still have like a decent amount of consistency. I might still bump it down to 45, which is probably like the ideal amount for this deck. But anyways, this is it. I'm gonna start jabbing now about the deck, and I'm just going to play some rank, because my next rank is Diamond after 4 wins. But before that, I'm going to take a second and be right back. Alright, so from now on, I'm going to focus just on playing. So I'll be silent. If anyone wants to communicate, you can write in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna focus on the game, because last time I felt like I didn't perform well. I'm new to streaming, and I felt like I was trying to be entertaining, but it probably wasn't coming across as entertaining to the people. And honestly, also affected my gameplay, because I wasn't that focused. Even though I play well, I got to Platinum 1. Platinum is not that hard, right? Okay, so we ash this. Right. We ash this, and then if they have well, they use Coldbite. Now we can max C, right? We get max C unless they have Ash, but Ash is already negated. So yeah, we're good to max C now. We're protected from Gamma. We are protected from
default buy unless they have a second one. If they have a second one, they just better in a 40, 44, 5, 6, 7, in a 47 deck, right? Like ours. Funny, the 47 deck match. What's that? Yes, 48. And now, let's go. It's time to max C. Even though Centurion does play so freaking good on the max C, it's like, they're like, okay, fine, I'll special summon 2 times and make Auxilia. Search, set up a Blazer for next turn or a Supernova. A lot of people love Blazer, the grind game. I kind of like Supernova, but I love Blazer too. It's kind of like, it depends on what you're going for. I feel like once I know my enemy deck, and if I know how to counter, because I don't know how to counter every single deck, but if I do know how to counter it, I would either choose Blazer or Supernova. And there's some people who always go for Blazer. Is probably the best choice. No, probably not. Guarantee the best choice than Supernova. Blazer is freaking insane. It's a grind game that is crazy. It's a crazy grind game. So yeah, this is what they're doing. 2 draws. I end up with pretty much the same amount of cards that I have. Right, because I used 2 hand traps. So I would have, and I drew through 3 bones. That's fun. I think I sent one of them. Now they're gonna go into Blazer. Oh yeah, look. If they know how this deck plays, right? They easily go for a Supernova, and I'm cooked. I have one more way to play through Supernova, but I needed to search, and now I can't search. That shit really cooks me. Out of everything. So, like, you see, now his Supernova, what would I have? What would have I done? Right.
Okay, I was eating. Back to jabbing. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This card right here cooks me. Absolutely cooks me. But the good thing is, by the fact that he have to use that card, we get to live one more turn. And now should I use my neighbor? I guess I might as well use it. This is not really useful against Empire. I should actually remove it from here. I contradict myself. I have this strategy to counter Tempai, but I run it. Not the best, I guess. But yeah, fuck it. Yeah, he could do Heretic Seals there, and now he can't. So that was a good play after all. We can do some stuff.
We can definitely do some stuff. Even if we get this negated, we got plays. Let's go. Let's play. That's an imperm, most likely, so. But he's not gonna use it. Okay. Don't plan on using it yet. Alright, so this guy definitely is the ad right now. Because we have this in the graveyard already. So we can just make the level 6, we can get the trap. It's more advantage. And Obon is just gonna surrender. Bro, Tempai is trash. Tempai is trash. That's the good thing about that card. However you play it, once they enter the battle phase, unless they have you know, Kaimen summoning or Sangen summoning, Sangen Kaimen, I don't even fucking know all the names, but whatever. Unless they have the field spell and the summoning and then the other dragon or Doradora, unless they have like a crazy card to special summon a lot, they won't be able to play through this trap right here. I added this one too, like I know it's a floodgate, whatever, is cringe. I'm gonna remove this. But this is for Tempai, man. Tempai is cringe too, so it requires cringe solutions. And if I'm not playing against Tempai, the other use of this card is well, it allows you to get non-tuner synchro summons back on the field. So pretty much like whatever monster you lose, it come back. Whatever like synchro monster that's not a tuner, which all of them are non-tuners, and then comes back as a tuner. That part doesn't matter, but it comes back and you can reuse it next turn for just battle, whatever. You won't be able to synchro summon with other tuners, but let's say that you have like, I don't know, this one that transforms into a tuner. This one, you can make this, you know, it can still be used for that. But the whole purpose is you can also, during their opponent main phase, you can send this face up card to the graveyard, and immediately after this effect resolves, you synchro summon using monsters you control as material. So meaning that if I have I have a similar setup in an earlier game that I left on the field, which is like I had already used the effect of a scarred Red Dragon Archfiend, and I left also a Vision Resonator. Why didn't I synchro summon into this, you wonder? Because I was not gonna able to do anything with this. You can trivia a monster and special summon, but it was the first turn, so I wasn't gonna do anything. So I left it as extenders, because if this gets sent to the graveyard, I can add another Crimson Gaia. If this gets sent to the graveyard, I can special summon my second copy of Red Dragon Archfiend. I had already used the effect, so you're gonna use it twice because it's a hard ones. So I leave it in the field. If I had this, I could have synchro summoned during my opponent turn with the level 2 that I had, and this, send it to the graveyard and activate this hitting effect that pops all the attack position monsters. So it would have been an interruption during my opponent's monster. So I don't specifically use it to floodgate, like just because I want to run floodgates, but because it has also other uses. And then once this monster gets sent to the graveyard, it can special summon again the second copy. This gets sent to the graveyard, it gets you automatically the copy of Crimson Gaia. And then once you synchro summon into a Dark Dragon, you activate the second effect of this ability, and you can also interrupt your opponent during their turn. And for Tempai, we definitely floodgating Tempai. That's the whole point. This card changes. I think I'm going to try my, how many wins? After 3 wins, I haven't been doing too great, I guess. Shall I try my 60 card version? This is insane. There's a lot going on, but when this deck gets going, man, holy shit. I do have to change stuff here. I don't like this. I was trying this to also interrupt my opponent by popping with this guy, but that's just awkward in this game. In this I'm sorry, in this deck. So I'm gonna try something else. This is the deck list. Check it out. It looks like madness, like pure madness, and that's because I'm crazy. This deck perfectly reflects myself. Anyways, save and return. I'm gonna do changes to it, but for now, it's gonna stay like that. It's gonna be fun to use. If I get going, if I get bricked with it, definitely happens more with this version. That's why you should not run 40 cards on ladder. I mean, 60 cards on ladder most of the time, except like grass builds and stuff like that. Which, funny enough, you can add grass to this deck. This deck has a decent amount of graveyard effects. Just one copy of grass to 65 will make it probably more consistent. Interestingly enough. But I never seen it, funny enough. I should make a video about that. 60 card RDA pile with grass. Some shit like that. But better, because that title was terrible. Right now we're sending this to the graveyard. And we hope that they don't have anything. It is still lemon, so hopefully they don't have anything. They do have something. Well, never mind, friend. We ain't drawing extra this turn, and we are definitely gonna get locked out of the game, most likely. Next turn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Don't mill anything. Sideshow rollback. That's crazy. Actually, a card that I should be running on. I have a deck on my second account. I don't know if I should say that I have a second account, but I have a second account. I don't know why I shouldn't. So I spend money on my main account anyways. And this deck is expensive. Yeah, he's gonna be burned out. Not good, man. Not good. And now mill more. Trigger a fusion. Yeah, of course he hit the. He hit the one. Fusion one. What are we fusion? Root cause. Oh, we're making Kaleido hard. Turn 1. That's an interesting choice. Send it back to the graveyard and what did he have? Yeah, he had in the trap. That's why he made it. Because now next turn he sends it back to the graveyard, bring it back with effect, spin back one of my cards, send one clear lemon to the graveyard, and then make he still has this in the graveyard. So yeah, Kaleido hard turn 1. If you get the Soliak, it actually gives you more options. It's more powerful. There's not a lot I can do here, right? Unless I get a normal summon on a way of searching it. These two special summons are good. Yeah, well, I can try. Man, this is so hard. Steer Lemons is still insane. For real, for real. Such a good deck. I love it. But it's painful to play against. I know. I don't like playing against it too much either. I'm staying. I'm gonna hold my normal summon just so you know. This is what he got, but he got enough to stop me. He got Baron, Monster Negate, spin back once he sends it back to the graveyard, And then he also fusions once he bring it back because he sends a tier limit from the deck. And then fusions into Root Kalos again, so pretty crazy. Now he's gonna negate that. Alright. Great. That's great, man. Use effect. He wasted that, but I guess he knows he doesn't need it. He's probably, I don't really care, you know. Or maybe he wants to spin back. Yeah, he wants to spin back my. Okay, well, that's my key, right? Second Ash. Coldbite? No, Coldbite no. Second Ash, right? Does he have a second Ash? Like he was like lighting up like that. That would be insane. Spin back my Crimson Gaia. Great. Where's my draw? Oh, this draw is great, man. Wow. I exchanged my Crimson Gaia for Phalanx. Wow. That's freaking great, bro. Yeah, it's a 65, so what can you expect, right? I mean, I have Blaze. The guy's just... He's had enough. Meal enough. And he got the spinners. Both of them, he hit them both. Yeah, that's so cool, man. That's like the best meals I've seen in a while. And yeah, this super strong play of Phalanx here is like game changer, right? I'm dead anyway. Might as well live. I have energies for this. I'm so cooked. I was partying yesterday with some friends. We watched the fights, the UFC fights. John Jones versus Stipe. It was pretty fun. Man, I really wanted Stipe to do better. The guy is great. Stipe is such a good guy, but John Jones, man, he's still a menace. He is still a menace. Not as much as Aspinall though. Aspinall is just another kind of menace. A hungrier, younger, stronger kind of menace with actual knockout power. And now they overkill Rook Kalos for like my non-existent cards. Because I don't have any more cards left. Yeah, man, great. Just finish me, man. I can't take this no more. Finish it, the game. Stop milling. I'm about to leave. Man, I'm leaving. You're wasting my time. I gave you a chance. You want to finish the game? Yeah. Keep activating effects. And oh my god. Are we gonna make it to Diamond today? I hope so. We're gonna try our best. The one-offs. These two. The Garnets. I have a 60 card deck to not see this. Right? And no normal summon. How good is that? I mean, I'm going second. I might draw in the next turn, but still. No searcher, nada. Just 2 one-offs here out of 5 cards. Yeah, we're negating that. That's no questions asked. Absolutely, yes, sir. Nope. I don't think so, mate. Negate! Living fossil. LOL. Or how we do and say LOL. LOL. That's how Latin say it. LOL. What is guy cooking here? What is my guy cooking here? What is going on? What kind of combo is this? He doesn't have more fire monsters? What the fuck? Well, we're gonna make our combos. We're gonna make our combos. Oh, no way I negated that. Oh my god, what am I fucking... What am I doing, man? What? No way I did that. Man, I messed up. I messed up my combo so bad. I'm tired.
This board could have been so much better. Way, way better. I want to make it the diamond, but I'm so freaking tired, man. All right, I think I'm gonna take a break. Maybe I'll be back later. Try to climb a little more. I really want to make it the diamond, but I'm so tired. I just miss playing so much. Way too much. Like plays that could be so much better. That board could have been insane. I still won the game, but that board was lame. That board could have been freaking insane.